regarding the fire that occurred at the National Museum last Saturday night, which resulted in some damages, and it is currently temporarily closed. In connection with this, the Cultural Museum Lovers of Indonesia, or KPBMI, has provided a number of recommendations. To learn more, we are connected now with Berthold Sinaulan, advisor to KPBMI. Good afternoon, Pak Berthold Sinaulan. Welcome to Focus Today.
Good afternoon.
Thank you, Pak, for giving us some time to discuss about this unfortunate incident that happened last Saturday, the fire that broke out at the National Museum, a museum who holds the biggest collection of Indonesian historical artifacts. So, of course, it is a concern to us all. Before we go into depth about the recommendations that was put forward by KPBMI, Pak Berthold, could you please share with us some information about what actually caused the fire? Do you have any information on that?
Yes, but first, I must say that the National Museum Indonesia is not only the biggest artifact in the Indonesia, but also in the Southeast Asia is the biggest artifact is in the National Museum of Indonesia. Yes, we heard that the fires came from a bunkhouse or shelter for the workers who are now renovating the building C. In the National Museum, there is building A, building B, and building C. The bunkhouse or the shelter is located in the back of the building A of the museum. Is it true? We must say that they are inattentive and careless. Even the museum staff and security should pay attention, because museums have a collection of historical objects or artifacts that cannot replace by the new ones. Even you have money, you cannot buy the artifacts. If it's gone, they're gone.
So thank you for sharing with us that information. So is it safe to say that the incident was occurred because of human error and also lack of adequate equipments?
Yes, it's human error and also a lack of equipment, and because the museum is now renovated, and there's also a project of the MRT, so it's not easy for the fire trucks or the bus to came to the museum to for help for the fire.
Okay, we understand, sir. Now, could you tell us about the damage that was caused by the fire? Can you give us information on that, sir, please?
Yeah, there's an update in the Museum National Indonesia Instagram account. They already told the public that now they deploy more than 100%, including curators and conversationists, with the help of the Indonesian Police Forensic Laboratory team, to evacuate and inventory the artifacts in the museum. Some of the artifacts are metal statues, some of them from bronze, from the Hindu Buddha period in Indonesia, which span from 4th century AD to 14th century AD. In the burning room, there's also some miniature of old houses made by wood. Until now, we still don't know, and we still don't have update for that. Meanwhile, all the artifacts that just returning from the Netherlands, including 4 stone statues from the Singasari Kingdom period from 12th to 13th century AD, and more than 300 artifacts from Lombok Kingdom are safe, because the artifacts are in the storage room that not affected by the fires.
Okay, thank you, Pak Berthold, for sharing with us that information. That gives us some sort of encouragement to hear that a lot of artifacts were actually safe, but of course, it is also a huge concern to us to hear some artifacts have also been damaged by the fire. Now, Pak Berthold, we learned earlier that this is actually not the first fire incident that happens in a museum in Jakarta. There was also a significant fire that happened at the Maritime Museum in 2018. What do you think this tells us about security at our museums, or especially the inadequacy of it?
Yeah, that's why the KPBMI already suggests that uh, all the museums should have a training for the risk mitigation and risk management and safety management. Uh, because this is not the first time in the Maritime Museum, it's because um the electricity makes made fires, and many of the artifacts, the miniature of boats already damaged there. So we urge all the museum to prepare, to more prepare about this, uh, about this. So no more happen, no more fire happen in the museum in Indonesia.
Okay, sir, could you explain to us in more details in which way have you put forward this recommendation? Could you tell us about the specific official channel or platform where people can actually put forward suggestions on how to make museums do better in their services?
Yes, we already proposed some notes about this. First, uh, as I said before, training of security personnel and museum supervision must be carried out frequently, not only once a year, but frequently, including fire and hazard simulation, uh, and also from floods, because uh, several years ago, the National Museum also affected by the floods, and disaster mitigation procedure or risk management must become standard in all museum in Indonesia. Also, we ask also the government needs to pay more attention to the existence of the museum as well as the public. It is hoped that it will increase appreciation for the museum and help maintain the preservation of both museum buildings and existing collection. And on our proposal, we also ask the government to increase the budget for museum maintenance, both for government or own per museum, and uh, also for the private museum, need to be improved and supervised in the management. And effort need also to be made to use more modern and safer equipment for the collection support. Like maybe, for example, we can use the fireproof and bulletproof glass cupboards. So uh, even there's a fire, the collection will be safe because the collection is inside the fireproof and bulletproof glass cupboards.
All right, thank you, Pak Berthold, for that specific suggestions. It's really all our hope that all these suggestions can be implemented soon for the safety of our museums. Now, Pak Berthold, before I let you go, you may agree that sometimes you don't know what you've got until it's gone. And if there's one silver lining of this incident, when the fire broke out, immediately we saw a pouring of comments from the public saying how they regretted that this happened. Now, maybe we can use this opportunity, Pak Berthold, if you can say anything to the public right now on how we, as members of the public, can better appreciate and protect and preserve museums in Jakarta and also throughout Indonesia. What can we do, Pak Berthold?
Yes, we from the KPBMI ask all the people in Indonesia to give more attention to the museum. You can go to the museum in your city or in your place, not only one a year, but maybe at least one a month. Go to the museum, appreciate it, and also we also ask the uh, media people to improve the quality and quantity of reporting about museum. Not only if there is accident or a disaster, but also in every aspect of the museum. We hope that the museum will still continue their service to the public to show, and also the artifacts will be safe there. And I hope as a museum lover, we hope that the museum will give more and more education to people. Thank you.
Pak Berthold Sinaulan, advisor to KPBMI, thank you so much for sharing with us your time, and also huge thanks to everybody at KPBMI for all the good work that you've done for the preservation of our museums. Hope to see you soon at the museum. Thank you, Pak.
Thank you.